子，因为我们动点脑筋给架在了，倒是路。
Hello everyone, nice and shine in the morning. It is the earliest time that we have started our live stream today. Behind the camera is my colleague Leah and I am Lucy in front of the camera. You can see that we are in a very special place today. I am just trying to adjust my phone so I can see you really well. This is our live stream. We can see all of your comments and all of your questions. So please send in any questions you have and any of your comments. Today, we are talking about how the public bus system are helping protecting the city of Beijing during the coronavirus. I have a question for you. Do you still take public transport during the coronavirus outbreak? And what does your city done to help the public bus system stay safe? We have so many people here with us now. We have Jesse and we have James. James said, "Hi Lucy and Leah, good morning to you ladies. Great to see you, James." And we have Holly said, "Hello from Michigan." Holly, how is the situation right now in Michigan? How are you coping under the threat of the coronavirus? Please let me know in your comments, and I am really happy to answer any questions you have or any of the concerns you have about the incoming threat. We have John Cook who's here. Hope everything starts to get back to normal soon. Thank you. As you can see, we are in one of the biggest bus depots in Beijing. It is the 4th bus depot in Beijing, and you can see that things are getting back to normal. The public transport system has not stopped during the whole time of the threat of coronavirus in Beijing. They have kept running and kept everybody going to work in time. So we have Michael Farrell who's here, said, "Be safe, Maryland." Thank you very much. How is the situation right there in Maryland? Please let me know as well. Today, we are in this huge bus depot, and in this area, they have more than 20 different buses, and in this bus area they will get 2 people to work. So I know that right now the situation of coronavirus is a pandemic all around the globe, and our lives has been changed for many different ways during the coronavirus. And as of now, 50 states in the US have already detected coronavirus, and in China, the cases have been steadily declined. So what did China do that helped stabilize the danger of coronavirus? And how is US doing at the moment? You guys can tell me any of the concerns you have, and I'm happy to answer any questions ranging from wearing masks to washing hands to staying home, anything that you would like to ask. Great to see you, Sandy. Sandy said you are from Pennsylvania. How is the situation right there in Pennsylvania? Let me know as well. You can see the morning sun in Beijing. It is like an orange egg yolk, really, really pretty. We have Estella here from California. Great to see you. We have Allison. We're under a stay-home order here in Illinois. Yes, it is really similar to what we have experienced a month ago in Beijing. A lot of people in Beijing had to stay home and work from home, so similar to your situation. And I have some tips of staying home to share with you. Hello to Barbara. Hello to Miss Marilyn Brandy from Michigan. Hello to Diane. Do they wear masks on the bus? Yes, they do. I have Kenny who's here. We have Onses from South Africa. Great to see you as well. 您好。 Hi everyone, we have a beautiful gentleman here to introduce to you. This is Mr. Xu. 跟我们观众说 hello. Hello.
Hello. 大家好。
谢谢. This is Mr. Xu. Mr. Xu has been a long-time bus driver for more than 30 years. If you have any questions about how to stay safe in public transport in the coronavirus outbreak, you can ask Mr. Xu, and he, you can see, is wearing a bus uniform. 介绍一下您的这个衣服。He's
职业着装。
He's wearing a bus uniform, and he has got 这个是一个
这是我们的工号。
He's got his number plate right there, and he's been driving bus for more than 30 years, a very experienced driver. You can see he's wearing a face mask similar to mine. The reason that we are wearing a face mask is that we are trying to make sure everybody around us is safe. from droplets, from touch, and from any other danger of virus spread. So let's follow Mr. Xu to work. Today, our journey will be with Mr. Xu all the way to his bus journey. So let's come in. We will go in an indoor area, so the signal might get cut off a little bit, but thank you for staying with us. Early in the morning, as he's going to work, first of all, he will get his temperature checked. So we can tell that his temperature was 36 Celsius, and 36 Celsius is within safe range. And now he's going to sign something. The first thing he signed is, the first thing he signed is this. So he wrote down the time he got to work, his temperature, and his signature, and all of the bus drivers has written down their time and their signature. He almost looked like an airline pilot. Thank you, 表忠森。许师傅，我们有观众说您看起来像飞行员。So I told him what you said, Bill, and he is really happy. You can see he's smiling under the mask. And after that, he has to sign all of these notes to remember what he has to do. And then he gets a water-free hand sanitizer to sanitize his hand. And I will do this to show you how we do. So first, remember sing happy birthday 2 times. First, clean the palm of your hand and the back of your hand, fingers of your hand, your thumbs, and remember to scrape the palm of your hand and also the waist of your hand as well. All right, let's keep going, and Mr. Xu is over there. So he key in, he punch in his card, and he blows air into the equipment. This is to make sure that his temperature is safe and he is not under the influence of alcohol. We have Steve here. We have Brian. How bad is it out there? Guys, I will answer the questions of coronavirus situation when we have a break from explaining the procedure of going to work for a bus driver. So after he punched in and made sure he is ready to work, the conductor hands him a bag. 徐老师，请问这个包里有什么呀？
这里面
钥匙。嗯。So there's 哦，谢谢。So there's a key inside and also a temperature inside the bag. 2 most important things right now. 以前上班的时候是不需要那个测温仪的，只是钥匙。So I asked him, did you need a temperature check before the coronavirus outbreak to go to work? And he said no, he only needed a key. So the key is what he needed to go to work. But now with the coronavirus outbreak, he has to get a temperature check to check every passenger's temperature. So let's follow him to continue his journey to go to work. 下面您干什么？
下面上车辆检查。
好，那我们跟着您。So next, he goes to the bus to check whether the bus is safe. How often do you sanitize your hand to your phones? You clean your hands, but everyone's holding their phones. Can't just spread from phone to your face or something? Bunny, really good question. Yes, we need to clean our phones as often as we clean our hand. Also with 75% of alcoholic liquid. So you can see Mr. Xu gets on his bus.
下面我们要做的是给大家把窗户开开，
And
通风。
And the next thing he does is open all of the windows in the bus. And welcome to the bus of Beijing, everyone. It's the first time that we've taken you to a bus in Beijing. So you can see he opens all of the windows to help air flow inside the bus, because the bus have been stopped in the depot for a while, and in the morning needs to get fresh air. And he now goes into.
让我们下去围着车辆转一圈。
Okay.
车辆的安全性。
Let's go. He then gets off the bus. And he needs to check the condition of the bus. Teresa Pina said, I bet he's happy to be driving the bus again. Yes, he is very happy, Teresa, and actually the bus service has not stopped, even when most people were staying home to work in Beijing. They look better than Michigan buses, said Marilyn. So he's now checking the water and the oil that helps run the engine of the bus. 师傅，这个是机油的。So this bus is actually a specialized bus that has been deported during the coronavirus time. You can think of it as an Uber for buses. And he said it is all normal. This bus is run by gasoline or petrol. And on another note, petrol gasoline prices have stayed stabilized during the virus outbreak in China. The central government has done measures to help contain the price from shooting up. So this is the specialized, customized bus. It is like an Uber for buses. You can actually hail the bus from an application on your phone. And this bus is run by gasoline. However, most of the other buses in Beijing have already been changed to run by electricity. And we will show you if we see an electricity run bus. Actually, you can have a look over there. The plate of this bus is green, which means this bus is electronic run. It's green to say that it is environmentally friendly. Lisa said this bus looks much better than Oklahoma City bus. You can see Miss Xu is wiping the bench with lots of delication, and the driver's area is only allowed to be accessed by drivers. So only him and other drivers can wipe this area to make sure it's safe. EV buses are getting common in a lot of countries. That is great to hear, Kenny. Our gasoline has dropped in price. Sandy, that is good to hear too. Is it because less people are actually driving so that the price is down? So now he is mopping the inside of the bus as well. So guys, we have had questions about how is the situation out there. So the situation in China, we have accumulated 81,000 of cases. And within these cases in China, some 3,000 of patients infected with coronavirus have sadly passed away. However, more than 72,000 of patients in China have recovered. So out of 21,000 infected cases, 72 have recovered. And you can tell there is. So now you can see there is another designated personnel who sanitizes the bus after the driver mops it. It is said that, and I have just read about it yesterday, that smokers might have smokers might have a higher possibility of getting coronavirus, which is because coronavirus is a respiratory disease that can infect your lung, and smokers might have already a weaker lung. So if you have any relatives, friends, or your loved ones who happens to be a smoker, please remind them to refrain from smoking during this time. So let's see who else has had any questions. You can see 大姐，请问您叫什么？
我叫宋海霞。
So this is Miss Song Haixia. You guys can say hello to Song. Miss Song, S-O-N-G. So her last name sounds like Song. 您在这儿工作多长时间了？
我在这儿有2个月了。
2个月。
对。
So she has been cleaning bath for 2 months now. During the time that the virus has hit, and she is, you can see, wearing her hand gloves and wiping every part of the bath in great detail. 请您给我们看一下这个壶。So she is using this spray. 这里面是装的是消毒 and the spray is filled up with sanitizer. 谢谢您。So now I am getting off the bus, and we are giving the lady some space to finish cleaning, and then in a minute we will be following Mr. Xu to get on the bus, and we will be driving to the next destination. So please follow me, and I have a lot more answers for you and a lot more different questions. Let's see what you have said so far. You should not smoke in any public place. You are most right, Biao Zhongsen. And during this time, make sure you protect your lungs. Miss Song is doing a great job. Thank you. We have Doris Low said good morning. So here, guys, you can see Mr. Xu has his mask off. And it is because he is actually having breakfast. This area is a small canteen for the bus drivers. Let's come and check what they have for breakfast. Let's come a bit closer. So you can see they have Coke and the Chinese iced tea, really, really good. And they have some instant noodles. Any of you guys like instant noodles? Lucy and Leah, thank you so much for the live stream. Thank you. We have Charles said something in Spanish. Hola to you, sir. I don't speak Spanish, but good morning to you. And we have, wow, really, really yummy egg pancakes. So this is like an egg pancake, boiled egg, and some ham for breakfast. And let's have a look at and see what Mr. Xu is having. 吃饱了。So he's finished his breakfast, and in a canteen you can take off your mask to eat. However, before, when the virus situation was there in China, almost all the restaurants have stopped operating, and they have changed into delivery, similar to what you guys are experiencing in the US. 现在我们干什么，许师傅？
现在这段时间，还有点富裕。
哦。
我接下来打杯水，这是日常的。
行，好的。您去哪儿打？
我去车上拿杯子，然后上这儿
打。哦，行，好，那我们就在那边等着您。So what Mr. Xu is doing now is he is going to get some water, and if you are a driver, doesn't have to be a bus driver, you know that as a driver you have to have enough water for you. And you can see over there, it is actually a gasoline station to fill the bus in. 您好。
哎，你好。
So here we have the head of this bus depot, and we can ask him some questions. 请问您姓什么？
我姓孙。
孙 This is Mr. Sun, and right now, because of the coronavirus outbreak, we don't shake hands in China too. I think you guys have heard about it. We touch elbows or we bump our feet as a sign of greeting. 现在我们就是不握手了，您听说过吗？
啊，听说过。现在我们也不让握手。
对对对对，那我们那个就碰一下这边。So you can see that we bumped our elbows rather than shaking hands, which is minimize touching and social distancing. I'm not keeping a lot of distance between me and Mr. Sun is because the situation in Beijing is already under control. 请问一下，就是在疫情期间，我们比平时多了哪些保护措施呢？我先跟他们翻译一下问题。So my question to Mr. Sun, similar to a lot of your questions, is that what have they done specially during the time of coronavirus outbreak? Have they done, what more have they done to protect the health of the patients? This is my question. He will answer it and I will translate to you.
疫情期间啊，我们增加了以下几项防疫措施啊。第一个是体温的一个测量，我们职工啊到车队以后啊，每天进行2次的一个体温的一个测试。
好，我先说一下这第一个。So the first one is that they have added temperature check. Every staff in this whole depot have to get their temperature checked twice when they go to work. So what have they done? What are other things that they have done? Let me ask. And if you have any questions, please type in the comment section. 还有什么措施？
第二个呢，我们企业给职工发放了防护用品，比如说口罩。然后我们车队也要求驾驶员、职工上班必须佩戴口罩。
谢谢。So the second measure that they have taken is that they have distributed face masks and hand sanitizers to every worker inside the company, and they made sure they wear masks when they go to work. And we will discuss more of the masks when we get to the bus.
第三个呢，我们那个车辆消毒，包括办公区域的消毒，我们安排专人进行消毒。
So they have a special designated team to sanitize and clean the bus and their offices as well. This is the office. You can see it's a 2-level building.
第四个最后也是最后一个吧，我们那个车辆的开窗通风。我们保持车辆的一个流通。每车辆运营当中，保持车辆的窗户必须是开着的。
谢谢。So the last measure, but not the least, is that they keep the windows open on their buses to help fresh air from going in and out. 谢谢您，孙老师。再见，再见。So I said thank you to Mr. Sun, and you can thank him as well. So guys, these are some things you can keep in mind when you stay at home to help prevent the virus. First of all, you heard Mr. Sun. You need to keep fresh air from going in and out of your house. So keep fresh air. Have your windows open every now and then inside your house. And secondly, keep sanitizing your hand, keep cleaning your phones, and keep cleaning any of the surface area. And thirdly, keep drinking a lot of water, and also try to check your temperature every now and then. Ow! So now let's go and let me check your comments. I have a lot of things I can explain to you during the bus drive as well. Are there living passengers on the bus? Really good question, Kenny. So this, let's see what they do. So before the bus leaves its depot, Mr. Xu has to sign in again, and a designated person sprays sanitizer on the floor of the bus to sanitize it one more time. And also, people in China have also developed a sanitizing mat. So before you go into a house, you wipe your feet on the mat to make sure your shoes are clean as well. And some tips you guys may want to take too. So let's keep going. This is a bus depot, you can see on two of the sides of the road there are buses parked on two sides of the road. And it's a customized bus, like I just explained before, it's sort of like an Uber for buses. 10 minutes before you want to hop on a bus to go to work, you can go on actually to a phone application to key in your destination, and then you can buy the ticket. And after buying the ticket, they will count head counts. For example, 10 people have booked this route, and they will go to the bus stop of these 10 people to pick them up and send them off to their destination. No windows open here, way too cold, said Edwin. Sorry to hear that, really sorry to hear that. But hopefully spring will kick in really soon in the US, just like in Beijing. You can see with the Leah's camera, there are some green willows and yellow flowers blooming in Beijing. Let's see, we have Indiana locked down till 30th of March because of COVID-19. Sorry to hear that, Kamal. Yes, the lockdown will change the normal of everybody's life, and what you guys are experiencing right now is very, very similar to what China has experienced when China was at its highest of combating the coronavirus. What I have learned during staying home is actually some really positive things that I have shared before. I want to share it one more time with you guys and see if you guys agree with me. The things I have learned during the coronavirus outbreak staying home period was that basically the people in the society that we usually neglect before, like janitors, cleaners, bus drivers, pharmacy workers, are actually the backbone of the society. They keep the society from on to running smoothly. For example, delivery guys, we could not live without them during the virus. They made sure clean food is sent to us. And bus drivers like Mr. Xu, he keeps the city running even when private cars didn't drive through the city. And also cleaners on the road, who we might do a live stream later on, they are really heroes of the city to keep the city clean. So that was the first thing I learned. The second thing I learned during the stay home period was that we don't actually need much to be happy. Before, when everybody was up and running to go to work, I always felt a lot of pressure to have to do my best work and have to be my best and perform. But staying home actually made me really relaxed, because I know that if I cook nice food and I stay in touch with my family, if they're happy, I'm happy as well, and I can work from home and still being productive, and I don't need fancy clothes or fancy makeup or anything that is not essential to be happy. So that is the two things I have learned so far. What have you guys learned so far? You can let me know. Oh, and also the first few days of staying home can be very boring and also very nerve-wracking at the same time. However, try to make sure to enhance your online connection. Self-isolation does not mean we have to lose connection. You can still connect with your friends and family, or connect with us on China Plus by liking and sharing this live stream, comment on our comment section, and watch our live stream together with your friends to get some tips from China. So let's see what you guys have said so far. What Mr. Xu is doing, that he is driving to the first stop, and you can see now Beijing life is almost back to normal. You have people cycling on the side of the road, and you have cars, buses driving. Janice said your voice is breaking up. Janice, can you still hear me? Let me know if you can still hear me. Tiffany said keep safe. Thank you so much. How much does the bus ride cost? James, really good question. The bus this ride costs only 2 yuan, which is less than 50 US cents. Guys, if you can hear me well, please comment in the comment section so I know. 许师傅，请问在这儿停多长时间呀？
在这儿
哦，行。哦，行。下面有地方会停吗？
进站。
哦，进站，好的。So we are now on another street, and actually very, very close to our office building. This building right there is a China Plus office building. And you can see on the other side of the road so many flowers, yellow, pink. And this is actually, guys, on the right, an entrance of a residential district. And on each of the residential districts in Beijing, there will be people who check temperature for anyone who enters into a residential district. Your voice is breaking up. I lived before in Hangzhou City. Really good to know. Don't stop taking your supplements. Yes, Jennifer, thank you. Yes, you can take some vitamin C or any of the supplements you used to take as well. Jennifer said, people with a stronger immune system recover from illness faster. Yes, that's right for most of the cases. But even though it's true, it does not mean you should undermine the danger of coronavirus. You can see that everybody is equal in front of the virus. Tom Hanks has caught it. The wife of the Canadian Prime Minister has caught it. Anyone can catch it. So please be safe. Stay home as much as you can. Clean your hands, clean your phone, clean surfaces, and keep social distancing. Keep isolating from unnecessary gatherings. People with a stronger immune system can recover faster, and young people have a much higher recovery rate than older people. But it is not just about oneself now. It is about caring for the whole society. Even if you are young and healthy and strong, try to stay healthy as much as you can, because there are other people with weaker immune system who might be catching it from other people who are infected. So it's about yourself taking care of everybody around you. Enjoy this information. How long does this last? Said Doris. Doris, if you are asking how long would a coronavirus last, there are actually very different symptoms according to different people. Some people won't even show any symptoms, even if they caught the virus, but some people show very strong symptoms, and some people have had the symptoms show in 14 days, but some people have had a longer time for the symptoms to show. So do not take any chances. Do not take any chances. You can see this is another bus depot near the International Sculpture Garden on the right. So now Mr. Xu is turning around. So he turns around and he goes to another area. And he is going to pull into the stop. In this stop, there will be people getting on the bus. You can see the first passenger is getting in the bus, and what he does is that so this is the QR code.
我上班要签这个。
谢谢. This is the QR code that Mr. Xu will swipe. And the passenger will come and sit on the bus. And after he sits, what he does is he will be writing down his temperature. And it is really good because. And now we're pulling into a stop, waiting for more passengers. This is a bus stop in China, guys. 师傅，在这儿停吗？还是直接走？师傅，我们在这儿停吗？还是直接？So you can see that the temperature has been checked for each passenger. And they say thank you to the bus driver. And they're writing down their temperature, their ID card number, and their name, their phone number. So this way, if anything happens, they can trace back to the people who are on the bus. For example, if bus seat A3 has been reported positive for coronavirus, then they can trace to everyone who's on the bus by calling their phone number and to ask how they do and ask them to go to check in the hospital and see if they are in danger of catching it. And this is a way that the bus system all across China has developed. Let's see if we have any more questions. Does the government keep track of the people? Yes, Janet, during this time, China has developed a lot of different applications or tracking system. There's one tracking system that I have used personally that what you have to do is just you can key in your phone number into your phone and it will pull up your travel record for the past 14 days. And the way is to help me to know whether I was safe, if I was in contact with anyone reported being positive of coronavirus, because this system can then tell me if the bus or flights or train I took was had people who caught the virus, and I got the code green, which means I'm safe for all of the trips I took during the Spring New Year time. And now you can see a lot of buses, private cars are in Beijing driving right now. Yes, they do. They don't track them through the app. Jennifer, only when a patient is confirmed sick in a bus, that's when the health authority has the need to call everybody else on the bus. Otherwise, there's no need to track the people on the bus. I feel that Australia is getting rid of a lot of things while other countries that got cheaper, better quality. Not sure about that. Buses in Utah cost $2.50 one way. It's not similar to buses in Beijing. So you can see everybody who got on the bus, they voluntarily have their temperature checks and they're happy to do so. And everyone is wearing a mask. And by tapping your phone onto the machine, you can minimize contact from giving money to the bus driver or touching the surface of the keying machine. So let's see if you guys want to go and chat to some of the passengers. Let me know if you want to chat to some of the passengers and what questions do you have for them. What I wanted to say about the mask is, right now, even after 50 days of combating the coronavirus, in China, people still wear masks. And the reason is that we try to be responsible for everybody around us. Even though we know that we might be healthy, but we make sure wearing a mask keeps other people healthy from droplets from ourselves. But in the US, I heard that a lot of pharmacy shops have run out of masks. So people in the US had to refrain from buying masks for private uses to make sure that medical staff have enough supply of masks. That is true as well, because anytime you see me in front of the camera, I wear a mask because I'm outside and doing my job. But when I'm at home, I don't wear a mask. So the time I wear a mask is a lot less than the time I don't wear one. When I don't have a mask, or when I try to save mask usage for medical staff, I stay home to make sure I don't have to wear one. When the bus is more stabilized, we will go and talk to some of the passengers on the bus. Let's see. Jennifer said there's something that they're trying to implement, a tracking ID, and it violates privacy to track our movements in the USA. Like I said, only when someone in the bus is sick, the government will try to check the travel history. Otherwise, they won't. How much is a bus pass? 2 yuan per bus pass. 2 yuan is less than $50, and for the next 5 miles, another 2 yuan will be added. So how much you pay depends on how much you have rode the bus. I watched when your city was basically a ghost town, said Barbara. Yes, I wouldn't actually use the phrase of ghost town though, because ghosts is actually not a very friendly phrase in the Chinese culture. If you mean, Barbara, that when the city was very quiet, now you can compare to the city is now back to life. So you can tell that in Beijing, the government's measures have been very, very effective. So also, before, when the city was really, really quiet, you can tell how much people are willing to cooperate to help the whole society getting rid of the virus. And that's how China is stabilizing the cases so fast. Because when the government tells everybody to stay home, when the government tells everybody to stay home, they did that. They did exactly what the health authorities and the local government told them to do, and that's how we can combat the situation this fast. So, Leo, would you like to stay up and talk to some passengers? 师傅，我们现在能站起来吗？还是到一个地方，您要停？
站上吧。
哦，下面有站是吗？
就是站。
哦，行。So we will go to a bus stop really soon, and when the bus stops and stabilizes, we will go and talk to some of the passengers on the bus, and we can chat to them about their experience. So you can get your questions ready. These are passengers we will be talking to. What questions do you have for them? They are normal Beijing citizens. How long does the bus run until they go back to the station? Really good question, James, again. So buses start from 5 a.m. in the morning for Beijing normal roads, and they run until 11 p.m. So these guys, the bus drivers, they get to work really early and they finish late. They make sure everybody goes to work and get home safe. So you can see we have now a lot of passengers on the bus, and they also make sure that they sit in a fair distance between each other. Let's go and talk to some of the passengers. We can see a guy in the back. 您好。
你好。
Let's try to sit down and make sure it's safe inside the bus. So we can ask questions. What questions do you have? Alana said, "Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. The city looks very calm now. Yes, thank you." 请问坐那个公交紧张吗？
现在吗？
啊。
现在其实蛮紧张的。
嗯。
疫情期间车辆上，但是咱们出这个公交非常好。
哦，谢谢。So I asked the guy just now. And I will ask his name after I forgot to ask his name. I asked him whether he felt nervous riding on the bus. And he said it's still a bit nervous for him because it is during the coronavirus outbreak. But he's nervous because there's not enough bus roads. But now they have customized bus and he is happy about that. You can see these people are now changing seats and getting ready to exit the bus. 请问您姓什么呀？台。
这个姓比较少。
哦，对。So I asked his last name. His last name is Tai, T-A-I, and it's a rare last name in China. Let's go and talk to more of the passengers on the bus when we pull into the next stop. 您好。The bus is still running and we will sit to be safe. I always found the cure for coronavirus, said Rosalind. There is no magic cure for coronavirus yet. Science or scientists have not found a cure for the virus. There are medicine that can cure the symptoms of coronavirus, for example, shortness of breath and cough. However, the coronavirus itself, we have not found a cure yet. However, there are vaccines that are actually being tested for coronavirus. Several of the people in China, including someone from Wuhan, the epicenter of coronavirus in China, have volunteered to test for the virus, and they're heroes behind the battle as well. So salute to them. Everett said, "Your jacket is really nice. Thank you. This is a Zara jacket. It's just one of the things that we have bought." What certainly is good news. Yes, that's right. That a vaccine and several vaccines, I think, is actually being tested for coronavirus. And for people who don't know about it, for coronavirus, there are mild symptoms and strong symptoms. So for many people, if you are infected with it, actually a lot of people would only have one mild symptom, but that doesn't mean you should take your chances and lose your alert, because you never know, the person who might catch it from the next person might be having it and showing a strong symptom. So now, let's get off the bus.
特冷。
师傅，我们下一下吧。And you can see the guy is trying to beep the bus as well, taking a little time. Guys, say goodbye to Mr. Xu. And we thank him a lot for his service. We're going to see the bus off. And you can see the electronic door closes. Bye-bye. it drives off and more buses will come. This is a bus stop in China. Let me tell you more about the bus stops in China. So this is a line that people usually lines up. So if I'm taking number 958 bus, I will be stopping here and I will be getting on the bus this way. And this is a line for number 308. Do you guys in the US have the same bus stop where the lines are drawn up for people who wait for the number of the buses? Please let me know. And also in here, if you don't read Mandarin, there are English letters to tell you where to go on the bus. So this is Lugu East, and here it says you can get on this customized bus. So let's keep going, and we see some passengers getting off. We have to be careful on the road. So you can see Mr. Tai has got off. And we keep going, we can see more people who have got off and we can ask them about their experience. We have a girl right here, we might ask, 您好。请问您叫什么名字？平井。平井。平井。And you can say hello to her. She's waiting for the bus and for the next bus to get on where she goes. We can ask about what her experience is. 请问你现在是在等公交车吗？还是刚下？
刚下公交车。
然后刚才坐公交车感觉怎么样？我先跟观众说一下。The question I asked was how was her experience on the bus?
感觉还挺好的吧。疫情期间就虽然大家都特别紧张，然后但是上车的时候，然后会给大家量体温，然后司机也会在过程中，然后提示大家分散坐，然后也会说全程戴好口罩。
谢谢。
挺放心的。
谢谢。So what she was saying is that she felt really safe on the bus during the coronavirus because firstly, everybody wears a mask on the bus and the driver will check their temperature using the temperature check, and afterwards the bus driver will be reminding everyone to sit separately on the bus, so she feels really safe. 能不能请您给我们看一下那个打公交车的那个 APP？ 可以。So I asked her if she can show us the phone application that helps her to get on the bus, the one that she uses to order the bus. 我们来看一下您的手机，这可能亮度要高一点。谢谢。So this is her phone, and first This is number 1, so she got 1 ticket, and it's 4 yuan only, which is less than 75 cents. 请您开到最前面，就是怎么样那个进去的。Oh, so this is a map, and on the map, this is the current bus stop, and then she can key in her destination from here. 谢谢。So you can see. An app being developed to help people getting on the bus, and you can see on the road there are so many buses that stops here. They're number 958. What else can you see? 308, 389, and 612. So the buses have started running in Beijing since 1921. A very long time ago, and the bus system has helped the city being safe for a very, very long time. This bus system right now is operated by the Beijing Public Transport Corporation, and the bus system that they run is very cheap, extensive, and affordable. They have more than 23,000 different lines all across Beijing, because Beijing is a huge metropolitan city and needs a lot of buses running. They also have a night service that runs from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. the next day. So they make sure that 24 hours bus will be running all through the 24/7 for people in Beijing. Is that the similar case in the US where you are? Do you have a really reliable bus service? You can let me know. And you can see we have people who clean the bus stop regularly to make sure they are really safe too. Kenny said it's really cool to call the bus and can track the bus. It's not unknown. How come everyone's still out there quarantining? Helen, really good question. China has already, well, in Beijing, the quarantine time has passed. People is resuming to normal life. As you can see, you have so many buses driving in. In the past 50 days in Beijing, we have been self-isolation, staying home to work, and what we did was very effective. And now, normal life has almost resumed in Beijing. People can now go to work and go into restaurants to eat. So if in the US, people also do the same, keep social distancing, keep sanitizing your hand, and it won't last very long. For 50 days, 2 months, you will also see a positive result from doing this. And in China, we have a joke to say that this is the first time in history that you can contribute to your country by just staying home and watch TV. So why not doing that? And that is something that I want to share with you guys as well. Staying home is a way of contributing to your society right now. So please do that and try to keep safe for everybody. And time we have to start doing it tomorrow. Yes, Helen, what you are experiencing so far, China has experienced ahead of you. So please take some tips from us and staying home, clean your phone, clean your hands, and clean your surfaces. They're getting better, so people are out. Yes, you're right, Kenny. So glad to see everything is turning back to normal, said Belle Jackson. Thank you so much for your comments. Let's keep seeing if we have enough to run later on. Let me turn around and see our phone. You can see a lot of people here now waiting for their buses. And things are almost back to normal in Beijing. You can see it's a really busy morning. It is only 8 a.m. in the morning and people are going to work. Because we are tracking we are actually following Mr. Xu to go to work. So we started this live stream a lot earlier than before. I wanted to show you as well that this is an entrance of a residential complex. And all these bags are actually delivery bags. 您好，我们是中央广播电视总台的，讲一下这个东西。讲一下这个外卖的事情。对，我们是那边电视台过来的，从那个巴士这边过来，谢谢您。So I was explaining to the guard that we are from China Plus and we wanted to tell the American people about the delivery system. Like I said, bus drivers, delivery guys and cleaners and people, nurses, doctors are people who we really need to pay respect to during the coronavirus outbreak. You can see all of these looking messy parcel. They actually have a system in them. They distribute parcels in different areas so that people will be picking them up and they will not have contact with the delivery person, but they can still get what they want. Good morning for all the Chinese people from Texas. Thank you so much. Dean asked, is Starbucks open? I'm not sure if Starbucks are open, but I know McDonald's and KFC are still open in China. So it is a really good morning to you for Tuesday morning in China, and we are really happy to have introduced the bus system to you in Beijing. If you have any questions, you can still key into the comment section. When we finish this live stream, I will go back to my laptop and answer any of the questions that I have left out. Thank you very much. Take the bus and be cautious next time. Staying home, staying strong, clean your hands and clean your phone, and we can do this. Bye bye, and I will see you next time. Bye from Beijing.